What's going on, Boo Bears? How you doing? We're gonna do our review on the Wendy Williams movie. OMG. It was it was informative, but I will say the book was better than the movie. And the reason I say that is the book that I wrote in my mind about the movie, I thought it was gonna be so much better than the actual movie. And that's why they like when have you ever heard people say the book is better than the movie? And the reason why the book is always better than the movie is because you can create your own colors and you have a vivid imagination on what this person looks like, where their nose is, the height, and everything. And you're reading, and so you put it together. So when Wendy was doing press for the movie, and she was telling us all of these different things that's going to be in the movie, my mind created something greater than what the movie was. Now, I'm going to have to give it to you. You know, like she said, shoot from the hip. I love Wendy, and but I'm going to have to shoot from the hip. I felt that the movie was a little everybody hates Chris. You know, everybody hates Chris ish because the narration through the whole movie became a little irritating for me. It was kind of like, you know, if be like I just wanted you to like let the cameras go and give us this world. I at first I thought it was like a little harsh when they had the scene of her mom telling her she was, you know, getting plump. And I was like, I don't know if that happened, honey, when that documentary came on and Wendy's mom, she was like, maybe it was the potatoes. And I was like, oh, they really were giving it to her. They were giving it to her. Aw, but that's okay. So let's talk, guys. I just felt that they should have just let the cameras go and tell the story and the narration of it all. And of course, baby, he's gonna defend Wendy no matter what. And he was like, that's because the story is going so fast and they got to tell the whole story. I'm like, honey, they can tell a whole Indiana Jones movie in 2 hours. We got 2 hours to tell this story. I wanted to see what, where was Norman? How could you have a movie and mention the Wendy Williams show? You don't mention Norman and Suzanne. I wanted to see their relationship. I wanted to see Wendy and Norman's relationship, like when Calvin maybe cursed, you know, her out, and then he just looks at her and they don't even talk. He's like, "It's gonna be okay, girl. I got you. I got you." I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that. I wanted to see how it really is. You know what I'm saying? That was all cute. The beginning of their relationship and all of this. They showed this. You know, they showed how they met. She did the narration part. I thought that was clever, how she just X'd out her very first husband before him. She said, I was married before, but he's not relevant. He's not interesting, so I won't even mention him. She just pushed him down a flight of imaginary stairs. We never heard about him again. Nobody's ever heard about him again. So, you know, she just started showing when, you know, I didn't know that she had gotten raped. I thought that was horrible. You know what I'm saying? And even though she has a mouth, she's still like kind of like back then a naive, you know, suburban girl. Oh, I take that back. She went to college. Okay, I take those words right back, honey. The deal is off. I take the words back. Um, because I'm pretty sure that Wendy let loose when she went to college. And it's not a bad thing, but when you're captured under your parents, you know, and they're holding your shoulders down, you weigh too much, you this, you that, you have to get your studies, da 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 da. When you go to college, honey, you like, ooh, I'm free. Let me put my hair in a ponytail, honey, and drink me some malt liquor, honey, with some sweatpants on. Okay. OMG, I'm just trying to see what else. She gave it to us telling us the story. Now, it could have been a love story alone between Wendy and Kevin, how they met at the club and she was sitting by herself. She was a MC at the club and he knew the DJ and, you know, he passed his number along to her and they went on a date and she was attracted by his, you know, the roughness or the rough edges. I get that, you know. He was tall, like she liked it, and a go getter or whatever. You know, not go, but the aggression, the what do you call it? Testosterone. He had plenty of it, and so she liked that. That made her feel all warm inside, honey. He could protect me from this mouth too, because you know her mouth is like a machine gun. And so, and they even showed when, there were way more artists who probably wanted to kick Wendy's ass more than Total. But the group Total, I guarantee you, was kind of like that one girl. She was always looking mean in Total. I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want them downstairs waiting on me either. But that one girl, she used to always, what about you? What about me? What about us? What we gonna do? I would say she never smiles. And then she always had her fingers. She do this. I said, okay, Toto. And they had their glasses on and they all just practiced looking mean in the mirror and then they recorded the video. Well, anyway, them girls came downstairs to talk to Auntie Wendy, honey. They said, well, let me holler at you real quick. I'm surprised Wendy has never even got hit in her face before. Like, I don't mean no harm, just punched dead in her face from the things that she says. Even with Tyrese, and she's like, oh, you're gay, da 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 da. It's just a wondering, like, you know what I'm saying? But she, because okay, so anyway. Oh, but she always had Kevin. Okay, so yeah, I get it. Okay, so then she talked about the relationship that Kelvin had. Well, he had multiple relationships on her, which she kind of said that already. So this was no new information. Like, I was looking for new information. I wanted to see her. There was never a time when she even confronted, what's her name? Serena Hudson. There was a time, the only thing she did was glue their mailbox. I thought she was going to wreck shop. Catch a motherfucking case. Fuck some spray paint. This ain't no bridge in New York. She's spray painting on a garage. Wendy and Kevin forever. I thought she was gonna be like womanizer, woman cheater, you pig, you asshole motherfucker, or something. She gonna spray paint. Psst, psst, Wendy and Kevin forever. We need to spray paint your ass. We need to spray paint stupid on you. That's the most stupid thing I've ever seen. Honey, you should have put some, I don't know, something. You should have shit it and put the toilet paper in the mailbox and sealed it and shit it in the yard, pissed in the yard, something, honey. Catch a case, honey. I'm sorry, guys, but after all, the reason why, because you a dog markets territory, and he used his money to buy a mansion 9 miles away from where his wife and his son resides. So this bitch is going to the same grocery store as your family. That's what I want to see in the movie. I want to see when they ran into each other at the Whole Foods together. You know they have. Don't give me all this fluff and you talking, trying to divert my attention from the shit that I want to see. I wanted to see more. It rubbed my nipples, but it just didn't give me the make me think about it all day till the next day. I'm not going to be thinking about it all day the next day. In fact, I have to think to pull from, like, you remember, like, What's Love Got to Do with It? It was so many scenes and What's Love Got to Do with it? You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted. And I know you could say, oh, it's a Lifetime movie. But then give me Lifetime movie. This was a VH1 special. I wanted Lifetime movie. I wanted to feel the emotions and all of that. Would you narrating the movie? I'm like, okay, so we listening to it. And then I'm like, now I'm listening to her. I'm like, she's not sounding like Wendy. Oh, she sounds like Wendy on this time. Oh, she has her accent a little bit. And this is drama. It's diverting my attention to the story. And it was just irritating. But I do like the story. I like the lady who played Wendy did a great job. They both actors actually look better than the people they were portraying. You know what I'm saying? Whitney would burn down 3 innocent villages in Somalia to look like that actress. And Kevin would burn down 2 to look like that actor. So, Wendy, I don't mean no harm. I know you're going to see this because I know you surfing around. Oh, I wonder what everyone's saying about my movie. But I just have to be real and be real. Because the reason I said, because then on the documentary, now we're going to talk about it. On the documentary, she sat there and cried for a whole hour. And there, you cannot tell me there are not at least 185 therapists that emailed her and say, honey, they diagnosed her right then and there on that documentary. And it is recorded, and now we can syndicate it. And everything she talked about, she cried about, and that means you're not over. Now, part of it, I do feel that it was a release for her. Part of it was a release of everything that she's done, like kind of like the bad stuff that she's done too. And it was her off way of apologizing to like her staff members and, you know, different things like that. Maybe like for letting Kevin come and rule the show the way he did. So it was her way of crying and saying, I apologize to you guys without apologizing to you guys. Because when I talk about it and you guys see how hurt I am about it, then you just take it off as I'm hurt. But some of that shit really hurt. But I just can't see crying for a whole documentary. No, I didn't want to see that either. I didn't want to see. Then she had some food on her lip. It was very distracting. It was very distracting. And that angle with them eyes, and it was just not right. It wasn't right. But I will say that lately Wendy has been looking phenomenal. Phenomenal. They've gotten the clothes right, the hair, the lighting, the makeup. I think Kevin was stopping that. She was trying to, you know, tell him how important it is. It is. It is very important. See, when you get to be a talk show host, people want to see what you're going to wear the next day. It gets to that level. My mouth is just super dry. I'm so sorry. Hold on. When you become a talk show host, people want to see what you're going to wear the next day. Or entertainer, when you're the favorite entertainer. You know, if Janet Jackson's going to be on something, or if Beyonce's going to be on something, well, oh my God, I can't wait to see what she's going to have on. Or even when Oprah came on, she set fashion trends. She used to have the little scarf she wore over her shoulder with a little brooch. So, yeah, we want to see what you're going to have on. You know what I'm saying? So, there was sometimes when we didn't even care what Wendy had on. We just, you know, but she's getting it right. It's better late than never. Way better late than never. I like it. I like her, you know. But it's the truth. The man who she had play Charlemagne the God, the casting agent need his ass whooped. Wendy need her ass whooped. And the actor need his ass whooped for accepting the part. Everybody need their ass whooped for that. Wendy was like, I'll get your ass back, Charlemagne. And no pun intended, actor. But you just want Charlemagne the God. Come on, man. If we're not gonna talk, I can get my shit and leave. Now we gonna talk. It's just crazy. At first, I was like, I feel bad about giving my true opinion about everything. But the thing is, Wendy does it. She does it. So, honey, if you could dish it out, you could take it. And so I'm just going to be not brutally honest, but I'm just going to be honest. Like the times when Wendy have her friends. There were a couple of times when people thought they were, they were coming on her show to be nice, like J-Lo. And then she just said J-Lo can't sing. She just said it on her show. It was something to that effect, that she wasn't and I'm like, who offends someone like that? She had Nene on her show, and Nene, and she and Nene both made up. And if that's your friend, I just don't think you should treat her like that, Wendy. Or who said we were friends? Y'all go shopping together. I don't go shopping with strangers. I don't go shopping with people I don't like. So if you like someone enough to go shopping with them, you should like them enough. Like just some, yeah. So, but like you said, nothing's off limit. That's why I'm talking about your ass right now. Oh, in the movie, it was so fictitious when. No, oh, I'm glad when she showed us when she was in rehab. That was really good. I love her little outfit she had on. It was just real, because I could see her wearing some shit like that. But she was in rehab, and she had these bodyguards who would not let her have a phone or anything. And I'm like, well, who's taking her privileges away? Is it Kevin, or is it who? Like, are the rehab people hiring these people to watch her? Like, see, we're missing the story. We missed that. I'm still baffled. And then you have me to believe that Wendy Williams, who can barely walk, from when she said Wendy Williams, and she comes out with her arms out and she hobbles to that star in the middle of the studio, and then she hobbles to her chair. You have me to believe that these physically fit, strong men could not catch Wendy when she jumped out that car and started walking and called herself running. You want me, Mario Ramon, you want me to believe that she actually made it to that meeting and the man couldn't catch her? Shit like that. See, and that's what makes me discredit the movie. I'd be like, because don't nobody have time for this. I don't have time for this. But yeah, oh, Kim Kardashian. Remember how, she was over at the Kim Kardashian house taking pictures with that old ass BlackBerry phone. I'm like, you still have a BlackBerry? I didn't even do BlackBerries take pictures. I don't know. But Wendy had a flip phone, and she'd be taking pictures, and they looking all fuzzy and cloudy and shit. She'd be posting them. I'd be ready to pass out. But the Kardashians invited Wendy to their house. 6 months later, she goes ballistic on them. And the one thing about Wendy you have to respect, she tells you, don't think because we're having shrimp that I'm not going to sit here and talk about your ass like a dog tomorrow, bitch. I'm going to talk about your funky ass so bad, I'm going to blush. Oh, I saw me and Baby. Well, I saw Baby. I didn't see me. I think they blurred me out. But and on the documentary, when Wendy went to the Hollywood Walk of Fame on October 17th, we were there, and Baby was sitting, he was on the side. I have a whole lot of pictures from that day, but Baby made the documentary. A couple of times we saw his image. So yeah, that was so fun to see as well. But that's pretty much it. The movie, just because it's Wendy. Because if it had been a regular movie and we didn't know who the main lady was, but just because it's Wendy, I'm gonna give the movie a 7. It's not a 10, Wendy. Calm down. Now, I love the girl is pretty in the movie. It was Kevin, it was your life and everything, but I need to see the movie, honey. Not a what was that? A documentary, honey? I don't know. I want to see it without the narration, and we need to see a couple of more scenes added in. even if it needed to have been 3 hours long, we needed to do what we needed to do to convey this lifestyle of yours. I know there were times when you had to get your drugs, not you acting like they're a person that like the guy at the radio station giving it to you in a Shake Shack bag or a In and Out bag. You know how he gave her the food and the drugs were in there. But there was some nights when Wendy's hair was all over her head and she was driving in some rough parts in the city to get some drugs, honey. Do not play with me. That's what I want to see. Stop playing with me. Yeah, and I liked how they had the Whitney Houston. They referred to the Whitney Houston interview and how it kind of elevated Wendy to another situation. But I did like the movie. I did like the movie. So I'll say 7.5. And I'll wake up in the morning and it might be an 8. But it will never get further than an 8. It won't. Maybe it's an 8 because she did bear about, she was doing the cocaine and but we knew that. It's nothing that we didn't know. Like I said, the book is better than the movie. In my mind, the book in my mind that I was writing, it was better than the movie. So that's that, but it was still a good movie, and congratulations, Wendy, and thank you guys so much for hanging out with the Mario Ramon review. If you liked the video, definitely like the video, subscribe to my channel, and comment, and tell me if you saw the movie, and what did you think about the movie, okay? I'll see you guys next time. Happy Saturday to you. God bless, and I'll see you next time on the Mario Ramon review. Peace.